excited. We just talked about embracing the opportunity that we have to play in a game that has some magnitude this late in the season against a very quality opponent. And this will be our at the time that we play the teams. This will be our 5th top 10 team to play, and that's part that comes with playing in this conference. And you have to embrace those opportunities when you get them. I'm glad we have them at home. They've done a phenomenal job, and his Coach Pinkel and his staff are playing extremely well. And it's a tall task. They're extremely balanced at what they do, and really you struggle to find weaknesses in their team. So it'll be a great task for our young team, and we're excited about it.
First is Chip Howard of KZNE Radio.
Coach, I asked Coach Spurrier if he had called and given you any tips this week on how to beat Missouri, and he said he hadn't. I'm wondering if there's anything that you take from that game particularly that might help you.
Well, we watch all their games, and we try to pick up things that are similar to us from all of them. But, certainly they did some things late that were effective, and we've looked at all of those to see if they'll fit into our stuff. And I expect a call from him any moment, really, for him to inspire me. So I'm looking forward to that call.
What kind of challenge does their front four present, especially their defensive ends?
Yeah, they're a special group, and very well coached, and have so many line movements, and have been able to successfully in almost every game stop people's run so that they put you in a position where they feel comfortable you're throwing, and that's when they become very dangerous. They have 36 sacks, I believe, and you've got to have a plan, because if they get you into a position where they know you're throwing, they're a handful. So we've got we hopefully can run the football enough to keep us balanced to where we can stay two-dimensional where they can't do some of those things. But they're certainly a talented group.
Thank you.
Todd Lebo of Sports Radio 810.
Hey, Coach. It looks like James Franklin is going to be back under center probably not under center, in shotgun for Mizzou this weekend. What difference does he make? And when you've looked at all the tape this year so far, what sort of quarterback is he, and what do you expect out of him?
Well, the good thing for us is that they are who they are, regardless of whether it's Franklin or Mott. They do the same stuff. So schematically, we don't have to plan for two different systems. So that helps you in preparing. But to have a senior on the road with so much on the line for those guys, who's been in these battles for them, it's got to be advantageous for them. So I'm certain that he looks forward to getting back out and helping this team vie for an SEC East championship. So and both are quality, and you can look why they have success because of both those trigger guys. But I'm sure they're excited to have him back.
And whoever plays quarterback, they've got a lot of weapons. Missouri's wide receivers are big, strong guys. And I guess it's maybe a little bit unusual in college to have that many guys who are that tall. Just give me a little bit about their wide receiving core.
Well, it's a scary matchup. I think we have good-sized receivers also, but so our guys do have to practice against that some. But their size speed ratio at receiver is really special, and it's not just one of them. You've got some tough matchups all the way around, and it's been well documented that that's where we're really a young team on our back end, and we don't have tremendous size at some of those, so it's going to be a great challenge for them to try to win some of those one-on-ones. Hopefully we can limit the explosive plays that they have, but they're going to have some. They have against everyone, and they will again Saturday. They're that quality. So it is a physics problem, like I said earlier this week, that you can't just solve immediately. So you're going to have to overcome maybe a disadvantage at some point.
And I know you probably didn't spend a ton of time worrying about how Missouri or A&M were fitting in the league last year. A&M looked like they did all right. Missouri struggled. At this point, we're coming up here looking at December around the corner here real quick. Did you think that Missouri would be in a chance with if they won their last couple, they'd be winning the SEC East when they went through what they went through last year?
Well, I was an assistant coach here when we've played them before, and you don't vie for championships in any of the BCS leagues without being very a quality team. And us coaches know that the injuries that they suffered last year, if we were to go through the same scenario and lose the number of linemen that they lost, we would have been in the same boat. So I'm not surprised that they're competing at a high level. They have a great quarterback, a great system, and a great defense, which in this league, if you stay healthy and you have those qualities, you're going to be in most games. And there's players on all these teams in this league. And, it's very few small things that separate some of these games, and they've got some of those intangibles. So I'm really not surprised.
Yeah, Dwayne Rankin of Montgomery Advertiser.
Yeah, Coach, last week, obviously, record-setting day, 751 yards. After the game, did you think you guys were close? Like, did you think you guys were close to that number? I mean, how many yards do you think you guys actually had before you found out how many you had?
I knew we had a good day. I don't ever really keep up with exactly how many yards that we have. I just, we spent the whole fourth quarter just trying to make sure we had everybody in the game and giving them reps. So I was told right after the game by our SID that we broke a long-standing record on the number of yards. That's when I first knew it.